Hi everyone. I just wanted to introduce my company, Sonic Growth. We're a performance marketing consulting company focused on paid social, which is mainly Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest ads. So we actively manage the ad accounts on behalf of clients. Most of the focus is on retail e-commerce, and typically the clients we work with have a minimum ad spend of around $500 a day, and we are based in between Toronto and Mumbai. All right. And so a little bit about me. Um, I've worked for the last 3 years at two of the fastest growing D2C companies in Canada, in Toronto actually. I'm managing around six-figure monthly budget focused on primarily Facebook and Instagram ads. So you can check my LinkedIn to see the companies I've worked at to get a bit more insight into what I've done in the past. And I've added a link to my website as well. Um, so I wanted to create this series mainly to help with everything that's going on with COVID to help small business owners, right? Because a lot of companies are, struggling to grow their sales, and even small businesses are trying to move online to improve their sales. So this is going to be a three-part video series, but this first video is just focused on the first topic, which is decoding Facebook ad fundamentals, or my attempt to decode them. Yeah, without any more personal or professional plugs, let's just get into it. All right, so we're decoding Facebook ad fundamentals. So here's what we're going to cover: how Facebook buckets users, how the ad auction works a bit, conversion optimization, which is what 99% of your ad budget should be going towards, especially if you're an e-commerce business. And finally, a cool creative tool that Facebook's introduced, which I hope you guys already know about and use. Okay, so the first thing, so Facebook buckets users into three categories: clickers, engagers, and buyers. So clickers are simply people who just click on an ad and don't take any action after. A lot of times it's actually fake traffic or robots, so it's a bit of useless traffic in my opinion. Engagers are actually more useful, I would say, so they're people who comment, share, and like. So I have an example here of an ad that I was served recently. So yeah, if you take a look, these 34 likes, that would contribute to your engagement audience of people, commenting, liking, sharing the post. And they may eventually turn into buyers, but for now, they're just engaged with the ad. And then what we want is actually people who are going to click on the shop now and then eventually turn into buyers. But how does Facebook actually classify, these people like us into these buckets, which I thought is interesting to figure out. Um, so it's essentially, they layer on different attributes based on your habits, interests, and behavior across Facebook. So that's how they kind of figure out like what bucket you're into. It's not going to tell you exactly which one, but if you look at this graphic, which is basically my personal Facebook profile, and how Facebook's classified me. So if you go into your privacy and settings, you can figure out like what categories Facebook has put you under. So for me, like, okay, my birthday's in September. That's because I've written that, but it knows I'm a frequent international traveler because I have been flying quite a bit between Toronto and Mumbai. So obviously it's tracking that. That I own an iPhone 6 Plus. That's pretty cool. But anyway, it's just interesting to kind of look at. Let's get to the next slide. So, in terms of how the auction works, this is super interesting. So, this is the formula I think that Facebook uses, which is basically and how they classify the ad value, which is a function of the amount you bid multiplied by the actions completed on the ad, and then adding on the relevance and quality of the ad. So if we break this down, Facebook wants to create value not only for advertisers but also for users. So the amount you bid is simply the budget that you put to the ad. The actions completed is how many clicks, or in this case, if we're using conversion optimization, like how many people actually click on the ad and buy. So that's why sometimes you see like shitty ads converting really well because maybe the headline or the image itself is a bit clickbaity, but there's just so many actions being taken that the ad may have like a low relevance score, but it actually converts really well. And even if you just look at the formula itself, right, like the piece of relevance and quality is an addition, but the bulk of what Facebook takes into account, or the algorithm, is actually just the amount you bid times the action that's completed. And I'll get into the relevance and quality a bit more in the next slide. So yeah, so in terms of the ad value, what's super interesting is that any engagement on the post is actually good engagement. So even if it's negative in terms of like negative emojis or comments, because that's actually adding up to the ad value, which in the previous slide had that plus sign of the relevance and quality right here. The only time it's negative is if actually users click to hide the ad. So I have an example here, which is from the Wall Street Journal. So you can look. I've highlighted the number of comments and engagement, around 577 likes, comments, and then even shares are listed. But basically, all these comments kind of add up to improving the ad quality and value. The engagements. And even if they're negative emojis, like it would still kind of help improve the ad. Awesome. So talking about conversion optimization, according to Facebook, you need 50 conversions in a 7-day window to exit the learning phase and then actually allow your ads to optimize. I'm sure all you guys are running conversion-focused ads, and whether you're running them in-house with the team or you have an agency managing them. I think the simplest way to kind of hit this 50 conversions is actually just listening to like what Facebook released, I think, last year, which is known as the Power of Five. Essentially, their guide to kind of using these 5 tactics to ensure you hit that 50 conversions every 7 days, and basically trust the algorithm to help you optimize the ads. So yeah, talking about the Power of Five, if you just Google Facebook Power of Five, like it'll show up. It's like public on their website. But yeah, it's basically like matching. This is just like a technical thing you can look at. But the main thing is a simplified account structure, right? So that's interesting to know. To use CBO to kind of take advantage of the algorithm. But I'll let you guys go through this. As well as all placements, instead of kind of segmenting ads and choosing only Instagram or only Facebook, or I'll serve it only on desktop right column because the CPMs are lowest there. I think that's all fine to test, but if you really want to just get those 50 conversions quickly, like I would just start as broad as possible, take advantage of this Power of Five, and then kind of see how the Awesome. So the last thing I wanted to go over was the Facebook ad library. So if you just Google Facebook ads library, it's a free tool, it'll show up. And basically, any company that's running ads has a Facebook page. So you can type in their Facebook page in here and then actually see all the active ads that that brand is running. So here you can see like Allbirds, all the active ads that they're running currently. But what's even cooler is you can even see, you can even filter by country. And see if they're running country-specific ads. So yeah, like what's another brand? You can see Everlane, for example. But yeah, this is an awesome tool that you can use not only with not only for creative inspiration, but also to kind of see like what your competition is running, which is awesome. Awesome. So I hope you guys have some fun with the Facebook ad library, get some inspiration, check out the competition. And that is all for this video. So thank you guys. I hope you found it useful. If you want to get in touch with me, just visit my website below, sonicgrowth.co, and look forward to the next series where I'll dive deeper into the metrics you should be looking at in Facebook, in the Business Manager, and questions you should ask your agency or your in-house team. Awesome. Thank you.